While you were remodeling your backyard to make it more, zen-y, we were remodeling our merch store to make it more random. We've slapped our new logo on t-shirts, tie-dyes, hoodies, and hats, and all with premium printed labels. Look, I wasn't kidding. We have it because tags are like the junk mail of clothing. All merch is available exclusively at clubrandom.com. Once again, that's clubrandom.com. Today's episode is brought to you by Quo, spelled Q-U-O, the business phone system built so you never miss a call. What's nice about Quo is that it eliminates the scavenger hunt. Every call, text, voicemail, and customer interaction lives in one place. So when a customer reaches out, anybody on your team can see the history and pick up right where the last conversation left off. Try Quo for free, plus get 20% off your first 6 months when you go to quo.com/random.
Are we?
Oh, you haven't noticed that by now?
No.
Oh, wow. You like the kids and I don't.
Club Random.
Now we're on like Barbara Walters. It's a really good question, but
It clearly doesn't haunt you.
Club Random.
hi, Amanda.
Hey.
How
So
are
nice
you?
to meet you.
Wow, you came
Oh,
around
of course. Yeah, I was admiring all of your
Some of the
amazing art that I heard gets like turned around. Like you're an archivist of art and history.
Yes, I am. You better think. No, it's funny. You jump up. Some of the guests we've had here.
They just sit and watch
they
you.
really can't get up
Why?
because they're fucking old.
Oh, their knees don't work anymore.
Well, they just, this chair you kind of sink back.
I
into.
have an extra pillow underneath to like
Oh,
be on par with you.
you are always on par with me. I have to tell you, the people you know who recommend you, it's like a magi of
Oh,
Whitney, right?
Yeah,
Whitney Cummings. Did you see
Whitney.
her in the bathtub?
I did. I cozied up with her. That doll is like of my nightmares, but also it's this person that I love who's
Yeah,
been so
I know.
supportive of me.
And
Like
Nikki Glaser.
Nikki
And
Glaser,
Sam Harris. So
Sam Harris.
I mean, you're recommended by like some of my favorite people.
well,
Oh.
they have been so. Yes, that's for you.
Oh,
That's my newest book.
I always forget we're plugging.
No,
This
actually,
is a-
I wasn't
This is
even.
a show, for God's sake. This is
No,
professional.
this is just for your art.
Professional show business.
You're kind of a librarian of stuff, so here's just one more thing to add to your library.
Oh, when did this come out?
This came out in 2025.
Right. So, but wasn't there a book before this?
Yes.
So this isn't, you must be tired as fuck of talking about.
We don't have to talk about the book. I just wanted to give you.
I mean, look, this show, as you can see already, has no professionalism or agenda, or we might not.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, it's, I was told you can really take a joke.
Yeah,
Okay.
please do.
So, like, I'll tell you, when I walked in to do makeup, my producers are there, and I'm always like working on my other show, and I said, I don't know anything except she killed a guy in Italy. Because
That is the story,
but
yes.
it was only funny because we know it's not true, and that's. But yeah,
Speaking of funny, you got the Mark Twain Award.
I mean, the president tried to stop it once, and who knows?
It's like an execution date.
Right. Well, let's not talk about
No,
me.
I want to know.
I want to be a professional, Amanda. I'm a professional.
Well, okay, but
And-
I'm actually really excited for you. Like,
I'm excited for you. You went through more than I did. I mean, I only had to get past Trump. You had to get out of Italy. I mean,
we've both been on journeys.
how many were in your prison?
So it's a relatively small. It's a women's prison. So women's
Small
prison.
private women's prison.
Yeah. It was
like
Bernard.
It was like Sarah Lawrence.
Or whatever, yeah, Sarah Lawrence of prisons. No, it was anywhere between, so when it was not very full, it was 30 women, and when it was quite full, it was like 90 women.
You made friends for life?
I made friends with one person I'm still in contact with.
Is she out of prison?
She is out of prison. She got out before me, actually.
Yeah.
And when she got out, she sent me a letter every single day after she got out and I was still in prison because she was really worried about
Must
me.
be so boring. Must be the worst part is there's nothing to do.
You know what? it makes you feel like you're gnawing yourself from the inside out. Like it's if you do not have training for how, one of the things that actually attracted me to meditation was the ability to like be at peace with just your mind. Like I fucking struggled with that in prison. That like I like my crutch was reading books.
Yeah.
I read hundreds of books, but if I found myself in a
so they
room,
give you books.
I was allowed books, yeah. And I devoured them. Multiple languages. Like I was just like, just
Whatever
give
they
me
had, or
whatever they fucking had.
so you couldn't order a book. It wasn't like Amazon.
No.
Could you request a book and get that book? Did that ever happen?
It was more like I would tell my family that I wanted a book, and then they would buy.
They could send you books?
Yes, they could send me books.
With a file in it? Is that... Did you ever have to bribe the screws with cigarettes?
So
my remembering...
Cigarettes are currency in prison. So
That's
yes,
true.
It is a currency. And one way to solicit favors from others is through cigarettes. Yes, that is a fact.
Did you ever think of escaping?
I had fantasies of like the CIA coming in with a helicopter and pulling me out.
No, but you doing it.
Me? No.
Yeah, like Andy in Shawshank.
No.
No?
No, I didn't.
No digging?
Well, look, like, now we're getting in like, okay. So it was just not an option. My cell was on a second story. I was surrounded by bars. It was highly, I was constantly supervised. Like there just wasn't an option.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, but like.
I didn't think you were gonna. We've seen so many prison movies.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's the cliches.
The cliche
and
of like somehow getting out, like.
Well, all of them. It's just funny. I mean, it's not funny. It can
be funny.
It's an ongoing scandal to me that they just, in this country, consign themselves to prisons are going to be these jungles. Like, does it really have to be that way? And there is an answer from other parts of the world where they do prison differently. Now, other parts of the world aren't a bunch of fucking drugged out nuts like this country, okay? This country is different, for better and worse.
Most of the people I was in prison with were drugged out nuts.
Yeah, this country has a lot of energy, and a lot of it is directed in the wrong direction. But, okay, that's who we are. So I get it. It's hard to put in prison Americans or whoever is here in America doing dirty shit. But the fact that it's just a place that makes somebody who went in and who maybe isn't a hardened criminal, they're going to come out a hardened criminal because it's just this Hobbesian tooth and nail and
survival of the fittest.
Everyone's in on it. It's like, really, no one can figure this out. All the things we can figure out, we can't stop rape in prison. There's no possible way we could think that this doesn't have to be this kind of night. And I guess it comes down to the humans. You're always going to have the humans who are in the prison, and they are put together with a lot of people who are the dregs of society. So those dregs are going to make the guards feel anxious and scared and wanting revenge.
And jaded.
Jaded. And then it's just this terrible cycle of, I hate you and you hate me. And it's
the fucking worst of the worst
together.
It's the worst impulses of society, all there, right there. And I agree. I mean, what's so interesting about like just prison, I mean, I know you like history, right? Like prison was initially intended to be a more humanistic and understanding approach to punishment because it used to be corporeal, it used to be execution. Like that was the only way we punished people. Crucifixion, exile, like all of the things that were basically the equivalent of maiming and death. That was the only way we punished people for wrongdoing. And then they introduced this idea of prison where like you could you could serve time as penitence. And in the process, you could be indoctrinated by those who are concerned about your soul to become better and rehabilitated. Like, that's the whole idea of prison, is if you give someone just enough time away from society, they're not a danger to others, then we might be able to turn you into somebody who could potentially come out and be a part of society.
Right.
But then somewhere along the way, it like reverted back into this idea of like, okay, well, it's a little bit like the corporeal punishment. Like, we just need to hurt you. And we're not going to hurt you by cutting off your hand or hanging you anymore. We're just going to hurt you by stealing your life from you. And that is fucking painful.
It is.
But we're not going to give you anything to like process that or cope with that or establish your like, and to be fair, like, I'm not like a fucking bleeding heart about this. Like, I know that some people are so broken. Like, I've met them. I've fucking lived with them. People who are so broken that I would not trust them in a free society where we get to just like go about our business and be around other people without, without safeguards.
Right. Yeah. No.
But
that all makes sense.
But like, I do have this like, I do have like a deep aversion to the punitive instinct of it. Like, I do think it is really important to take people out of society who have proven to be untrustworthy. Like, to have proven to be people who are likely to inflict harm on others, to like not have self-control, to not play by the rules that we all agree to. I'm 100% on board with that. I do think, though, that like people have this like romantic notion about what prison is and what it does and what impact it has on people and the kind of people
you think
that
they have
we
a
send
romantic notion of it?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. People
Of
have
prison?
Yes, people have this like this fantasy idea that like only bad people go there and all the good people
that.
stay
I thought you meant-
outside, and
right.
that it fixes you. Or if it doesn't fix you, at least you deserve to suffer for what, like, all of that is just like,
I don't think
it's
they think it
so
fixes
oversimplified.
you. But I do think you're right. They are able to shut off their mind to it by saying, well, that's where bad people are who did bad things, so they got what's coming to them, which is true in a X% of the people there. It is not 100%. But we are humans, so that's, every solution to every problem is, this is the least bad option. But we should have told you this. It's a surprise. We wanted this to be a reunion show. Here are some of the guards that you had. We're gonna remember Julio. Okay, and some of the girls. Bring them out here. The girls you were in prison with. And let's just.
Amore, vieni qua. No, I was okay in prison, dude. I was okay.
But look, are you one of those people? Like. I would say spiritual, maybe they would use that word, where they think everything happens for a reason and everything led you to another place for a reason, or, that kind of thinking?
Well, I'm actually one of the rare wrongly convicted, exonerated people who is not of that ilk. In fact, a lot of people that I met in prison, guilty and innocent like, really do feel like there must be some sort of bigger, higher power that's more in charge of them. And
you can understand why people go there.
Oh, 100%. You're absolutely helpless. And you got to hope that somebody's in charge or else you're fucked.
Life's a rough ride. And it can get so rough you have to hang on. I think you just have to believe that it's for a reason or for something better future that you can't exactly put your finger on.
You can make a reason. I believe that. I think that the universe doesn't have any inherent meaning whatsoever, but you can make a reason. You can make it make sense to you, and you can have the things that happen to you become propulsive in your own life. And so I've attempted to do that. I think there's wisdom in that. But am I assuming that somebody else is in charge or somebody has a plan? Fuck no. If anything, I've learned that that's like Extremely unlikely.
Honestly, I see why your friends, my friends like you, because I feel the exact same way, and it's not really a popular opinion.
No, it's not. It's
It's
surprisingly unpopular.
People don't like you for just having it. I'm not even trying to make you go there. I'm just
Well, it's a threat. Like funnily enough, like
a threat.
Well, it's like the very idea that there's like no
Right.
rhyme or reason to
No,
the
you're
universe
right. It is a threat.
threatening.
It
It's
is
like the
very.
deeply existential
Right.
problem that goes, I think, beyond even mortality. Did they tell you what my drink is?
No, I
It's
try
a
not.
last word. I like to have
What
the last
does that
word.
mean?
It's a prohibition drink. Do you want
Really?
some?
What is it?
It's green chartreuse and
What's-
gin and
Oh, no.
no, not a gin man.
No, my father was.
Yeah, was he mean to you?
No. No, he needed it to de-stress. And just being Irish.
Oh,
You know.
okay, fair. Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I say that like they're the only people who ever drank.
who
but,
drink gin. Yeah,
But, I mean, as far as drinking goes and nationalities, I mean, they're in the top 2 and it ain't 2.
right.
Maybe the
Fair.
Russians, they drink like crazy.
Never been to Russia. Been to Ireland, and yeah, that tracks.
What's your heritage?
Mine? My mom was born in Germany, and my dad.
Born in Germany.
Yeah. And my dad is a mystery because he was adopted. So, some kind of.
That just adds to the plot because the Germans and the Italians have
A different sensibility, yeah.
well, and a different history with each other.
Yes. I don't think that they were looking at me as a German, though. They were looking at me as an American. And American girls, unbeknownst to me, had a certain reputation.
What do you think about, Gen Z and how turned against the country they are?
Here in the U.S.?
Yes, yeah. How much they, I think, many of them on the left, far left, which is usually what that age is. But it's part of it is just very anti-American, just really seeing only one side to who the country is. Of course, we shouldn't whitewash any crimes we committed, but they just don't have it in perspective. You don't see that?
Well, I have kids that are under 5. So that's the...
Don't ask them.
So I don't get a lot of that in my own home, and I also,
Yeah, but I don't get any of it. I don't have any kids.
Well, okay, here's your problem, Bill. You are more tuned in to current events and everything that's going on, and like you have opinions, and that's your problem, Bill.
Why?
You have opinions about current events.
What problem to who?
Well, I'm just like, look, I haven't actually super followed what is happening with whatever generation is the most vocal right now.
It's so interesting, though. I mean, even if it wasn't like it is important politically and for the country and blah, 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 I just find age fascinating. Like the different ages and how what are you, 30?
Yes. Do the thing that you're never supposed to do with women.
18?
Thanks for giving me alcohol then, Bill. That isn't illegal.
That's what 18 is legal.
Well, for you to give me alcohol?
Oh, no, probably
to
not.
ply me with alcohol in your private, dank...
Ratskeller?
I don't know.
Is that the word
Bill?
you're looking for, ratskeller? Because it's the word that applies. In fact, there's a rat now.
I think when I think of people who are 20 now, the thing that I just think about is where they are emotionally. And maybe this is just the mom in me. I'm always like, where is everybody at emotionally? Like, I think that a lot of people project their emotions onto their intellectual pursuits.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
So
it's all that. So much of it is, I know that you think that this is a super important issue, but really it's about you. The issue is there for you. You're not there for the issue. You're not really doing anything for the issue. A
lot of people don't understand the issue. They're swept up in the issue because we are social creatures, because we do have deep empathy, because we want to feel like what we do matters. And ultimately, we all have like something deep down inside of us that is unresolved. And I feel like we project that, again, that deep feeling into whatever is socially accessible, and that's what's accessible to them. So I'm looking at that from an emotional place, I think. And but again, that's because I'm a mom and I'm like trying to raise my kids
Are
to
you a
be
choosy mom? One of the strangest things in business is how much effort goes into getting a customer and how little effort it takes to lose one. A missed call, an unanswered text, a voicemail nobody checked. That's it. They're gone. Not because they were angry, because they were busy. That's why today's episode is brought to you by Quo, spelled Q-U-O, the business phone system built so you never miss a call. What's nice about Quo is that it eliminates the scavenger hunt. Every call, text, voicemail, and customer interaction lives in one place. So when a customer reaches out, anybody on your team can see the history and pick up right where the last conversation left off. No more, let me transfer you. No more, I think Susan was handling that. And Quo's AI agent works after hours too. It can answer questions, handle incoming calls, and even book appointments while your team is asleep, at dinner, or pretending not to look at work messages for 5 minutes. It also integrates with tools like HubSpot, Claude, and more, so information flows automatically. Setup takes minutes, you keep your existing number, and it grows with your business. That's Quo, Q-U-O, the business phone system built so you never miss a call. Money's on the line here. Always say hello with Quo. Try Quo for free, plus get 20% off your first 6 months when you go to quo.com/random. That's QUO.com/random.
Am I a choosy mom? What does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, choosy moms choose Jif. You never heard that?
I've heard of gentle moms. I've heard of tiger moms.
No, this was a commercial.
Oh, no, I don't know what that is. I'm 18, Bill. I don't know any of your cultural references.
Well, that's a key one. Trust me, everything that we ever broadcast goes out into space. When the aliens see that, they'll
really understand
They'll
us.
know we're really good people.
Okay, good.
Choosy moms choose Jif. I mean, they care what peanut butter,
I see.
which is a horrible fungus-laden slop to
Right.
their children.
Right.
And then people think that I'm probably
mean-
going to get sued by the peanut butter industry, but I don't think peanuts are healthy.
I just let my kids eat off the floor. So, like, my kids are a little feral, and I think that that's a good thing. Like, I think being a little exposed.
That's always the word I use about children, but I mean it in a bad way.
Okay. I've heard that you're not a fan. I saw the trampoline in the backyard, and I was like, oh, how sweet. And he was like, no, that's for me.
That's for me. Of course. Kids, what?
Why do you hate kids? I'm actually so curious.
Why not?
I mean, I know that Anthony Jeselnik has great jokes about. Do you have great jokes about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Give me one of your I hate children jokes.
Well, they're in my specials. You can look them up. I don't do my act here, Club Random. But it's just my personality, like your personality is to like them. I like furry creatures. I like animals.
You like furries?
I like my dog.
That's your thing?
Furries, not exactly furries, but I like
I think that was a
dog.
cultural reference.
I know. Oh, I know that one.
Okay, wasn't sure.
Oh no, just because I ain't laughing. I get it.
I hear you. Okay.
But
you love an animal.
I love animals, and some people love kids, and some people get great joy out of the kid learning something for the first time. The sky is blue, and
Totally.
And I'm so over that.
Yeah, you're figure it out.
I'm interested in going forward intellectually. I feel like with the kid, and yes, there is something to be said for, seeing the world through much more innocent eyes.
Are you interested in the human mind and how it works?
Oh, very, sure.
There's nothing more fucking interesting than watching a human mind develop from mush.
Yeah, I get that. I'm sure that's Yeah, well, I'm not interested in that particular aspect of it, especially when it comes with snot and drooling and shit and just,
You are going to go back to snot and drooling and shit not too long from now.
Oh, wow.
No, I mean,
we
well,
went
it's
there,
true.
huh?
Well, I mean, we're all mortal. Our bodies are our bodies. Do you not have your own snot and drool and shit today?
I'm not at that level of senescence.
Have you ever wiped someone's ass?
No,
No one's ass,
No.
but your own.
no, yeah, my own, definitely my own. Exclusively, I would say. Since too.
I wonder what that has done to you. I think it's an important thing to wipe someone else's ass. To like really, like it's a deeply intimate thing to do for another person.
I couldn't agree more. It still doesn't make me want to do it. It's,
Are you just averse to gross things?
yes,
Okay, I get that.
especially shit.
Yeah.
Who likes shit?
Well,
Yeah, people.
I mean,
shit is
I
not
think
as...
instinctually we are averse to shit.
There are a lot of people in this world for whom shit is less offensive to them than it is to me.
This is going really well. You're so happy you invited me.
Well, I mean, we could talk about anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I get where you're coming from. It
Yeah?
wasn't like I don't know about this stuff.
I'm just trying to like analyze like where the line is of what counts as gross versus not gross.
I mean, it's a case by case, isn't it, for everybody? Doesn't some things give you the ick and some don't?
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Why?
I'm not gonna yuck your yum or yum your yuck. So
Okay, whatever that is, but
have
like,
you not heard that? Yuck your yum?
I gotta get my context. I may have heard it. My kids say it all the time. The little ones. I mean, I thought we were past it into the like, let's analyze why you are fucked up. I'm not fucked up about this, and you're not fucked up about liking kids. It's just like different opinions. It's
That's
like,
true.
It's like saying, hey, you're a stupid ass, you're a Muslim, you think that's God. I'm a Catholic, I know who's God.
Fair.
You got your God, I got mine, and I got none. And I think you got none, right?
I have none. No.
You're atheist. Oh, yeah. Is all that little group is? Well, we know Sam is.
Mm-hmm.
Whitney, I don't know what she is. Sometimes people are.
I just don't ask. It hasn't really
this
come
you go
up.
into in this kind of depth, but you don't ask if they believe in God.
I guess I poop is real and God isn't, so I'm not really curious about God.
Well,
like I'm curious about poop.
God may not be real, but how humans act because they think He is very relevant. That is very real.
Yes, but that is the human mind that I'm interested
but I
in.
mean, what has been as controlling in history, really, when you think about it, than that? Like.
But again, like for me, that's just an intellectual projection of something emotional at its core. So what is the emotion? Fear that is driving that impulse to make sense of the universe in this way or another and to control other people through this means or another. And I think that...
Control is a big...
Yeah, I'm concerned about the control part. And I think... Did you see Taylor Tomlinson's new special?
No.
Prodigal Daughter? It's real. I'm actually curious to see what you would think because she talks about religion and her upbringing in religion and her relationship to it today and how she like has respect for people who are religious as long as it's not like being weaponized against other people. Like however you decide to make sense of the universe is up to you as long as it doesn't like cause you to harm anybody.
Right.
And like, I thought that was very sweet. Like, I thought that was a very important sentiment. And I think I think I agree with her in the sense that like, I'm also very close friends with deeply, deeply religious people and they do not hurt other people based upon their beliefs. And so that's great. On the other hand, faith in something that is not real is like a condition of the mind that like conditions you to think a certain way and to have a certain kind of magical thinking.
Yep.
And then if you go down that rabbit hole, it's like, well, how many things do I have faith in that I don't fully comprehend? And then, so I don't know if there's a way to win that. Do you have any thoughts about magical thinking?
Oh, over the years, I put out a few.
Okay. I haven't watched all your specials, Bill.
That's
I'm
fine.
18.
I made a movie called Religulous.
Religious?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
When did it come out?
2008.
I was in prison.
Yeah, it still plays a lot.
Okay.
Like people.
I just feel like I missed like a thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
But I mean, I do have, just I would think mainstream atheist thing, which is, we're not trying to convert anybody. Just leave me alone. I just don't want to participate in this, and so don't worry about me.
But would you be stoked if an atheist were president?
I think it'd be possibly different. Possibly we've already had one because we don't know.
Well, but an out atheist.
I don't feel like Obama was when he put on the I get scriptures on my phone. I don't feel his heart wasn't in it. He seems like the kind of guy, very cerebral, who probably I think is an atheist or
a closet atheist.
Well, they have these words like secular humanist that'll code okay, people, I don't believe in the fucking talking snake, okay?
Right.
I don't, and you call it what you want. But it's hard because so many people are people of faith, as we were saying. It's a threatening thing when you're not part of it. You're kind of like Serpico with God, because Serpico, he just didn't want to take the money. He was like, I see the cops, you're dirty, I just don't want to, and it was just like they could not let a guy not take the money, because then you're
implicating
suspect.
Everyone else. Yeah.
Well, just morally you are.
Right.
Not even saying anything.
Right.
They just know, there's one guy who actually does know right and wrong, and who needs a guy like that hanging around
making us feel bad about ourselves.
The station house.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
get on board.
Yeah, but where you live? You live in Seattle?
Yeah, I live outside of
there?
Seattle. Well, I grew up there. My entire family's there, so is my husband's. But also, it's one of the best places in the world. I live on a tiny little island called Vashon. You have to get there by a ferry, so I get the benefit of living in a kind of small town vibes, but next to a vibrant, city landscape that has arts and culture. And
wow.
One of the things I love about Vashon is I get to have a lot of intergenerational friendships. I'm not just friends with just people my age. I have best friends who are in their 70s. And one really cool thing about the island is there are a lot of musicians and artists who live there, and they're very supportive. So it's a great vibe.
I always thought Seattle was cool. Of all the places, all the cities and all the gin joints and all the world, that was always one of my favorite stops. Mm-hmm. Seattle was close. Mm-hmm. You could just hop on the plane, be there in 2.5 hours, and it was it's a big city.
It's a big city.
People
it's
don't realize
vibe.
Seattle. It's wow, is this New York? Not quite, but a lot of.
It's not New York.
But but big tall buildings for
yes.
it looks like a big city.
Yes. And there's some big.
Yeah.
There's big companies that are all up in our business there. So
I didn't know if I could stand the weather all year round.
I can't stand the weather here all year round.
Oh yeah.
I feel like a naked mole rat. The
really?
sun. Yeah.
Yeah,
too much
people
for me.
Woody Allen was out there and said the exact same thing. I like it when it's gray, and I'm like, but that that isn't scientifically healthy. We are solar creatures. We do need sun.
But don't we need seasons?
We have them.
Do you?
Yeah. I've lived here for 40 years. I think I would know.
Okay, I guess when I come down here, it always feels exactly the same, just with more or less smog.
No.
We have clean air in Seattle.
Cleaner.
Clean air in Seattle, dude.
It's a big city. I'm sure there's some air pollution.
We have rain, and that cleans the air.
Yeah, no, I'm not arguing you have cleaner air. We
will fight.
We've cleaned up our air pretty good here. But compared to what it used to be, I remember when I first came out here, the joke was ring around the city, because you could see this brown ring. It was gross. When you flew in, it was scary.
your skin looks great for being in all of the sun and smog.
Well, thank you. By the way, you can avoid the sun.
Okay.
You can stay inside. You can actually, in the modern world, like decide exactly how much sun you get. Unless you are picking crops or,
Fair.
have to be, I always say this, movie stars, the guys, they tend to look their age at a certain point because when you're a movie star, you're out in the sun a lot. Movies start early. They need
they go a
the
long
light,
time.
And if it's a Western or anything that's, you're just out there a long time. And then, whereas I was stupid when I was young with sun sometimes because I wanted to be, I'm an Irish kid who wanted to look Italian.
Oh, oops.
And it was never going to happen.
No.
And what it was so stupid is that nobody wanted it to happen. It doesn't, you look good as what you are.
As you are,
and
be whatever
plenty
you
of
are.
people like that look. It was just the kind of thing where you go, oh my God, if I only could have replaced that stupid thing that was in there
Yeah.
with what I know now.
Do you have compassion for your younger self, though?
Oh, I mean, that's an interesting way to phrase it. Compassion for your own self. I'm hard on myself always.
Have you ever talked to Sam about metta meditation or anything like that?
I know everything I tell you doesn't mean you're a doctor or to be
I'm
fixed.
sorry.
My shit.
I'm a mom.
I
I'm,
know, but it's
concerned.
ridiculous. I don't want to. I don't need to fix this. It's probably made me what I am today. I'm very happy.
Okay, great.
So do I beat myself up about that? Good. People should beat themselves up more about what they do. When it's a fuck up, it makes you better.
Yeah.
Do
I do think
obsess
people
about-
should feel the feelings of feeling bad when something has consequences.
If I was obsessing about it, then I wouldn't be a happy person, and that's not the case. But some of that, I'd rather err on the side of, a friend of mine once said, I like to never make the same mistake once.
That's sweet.
And
if only.
That's hard to do.
If only.
And I
Amen.
already missed out on that.
Yeah.
And some things, you don't even get it the second time, the third. Eventually, you're like, okay.
Can I ask what your biggest mistake was? Because I feel like everybody knows my mistakes, but I don't know yours.
Oh. Wow, now we're on like Barbara Walters. It's a really good question, but you know what? Did I ever think of that?
It clearly doesn't haunt you.
No.
No.
I mean, everything sort of came out pretty good. It would just be in general, just the thing, like I just said, I don't know, it's just a small 1,000 cuts thing of all the stupid fucking things that I did. We talked about the skin one, but just in general, I realized at some point that I saw this picture of me at 28, and somebody was like, "Oh my God, you are such a smoke show," And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right." And I know at the time, whenever I couldn't get with a girl, I was like, "I'm too ugly." Because I had this awesome personality. And it was much more the opposite, I'm sure. I probably came on too strong or something, or tried to be funny when I shouldn't. So I was plenty good looking.
Yeah.
But if I got rejected, it was probably because, boy, that guy,
Or a matter of taste, like some people
a matter of taste.
Like
but
she has an opinion, yeah.
It's that's what I regret in life. Just why couldn't I have been less stupid later?
Yeah, youth is wasted on the young kind of vibes.
That kind of vibes, yes.
Yeah, I feel that. Well, good thing we have vitamin supplements to try to make us young again. No, there are stories of women who are postmenopausal who got their periods back.
And this was good news.
Well, I mean, it's a sign of the reversal of menopause, so
right.
I don't know.
My opinion on all of that kind of stuff, because there's a lot of stuff out there now, peptides and there's stuff that's I forget the names, but they're letters and numbers, and people are taking it, they're getting it. They're not FDA approved, but you can get them, and they do have results for athletes trying to repair tissue.
Totally.
Stuff but I err on the side of they don't have a lot of testing on it yet. It's been and anything that is fucking with how your body naturally functions, it could also exacerbate something on the bad side. In other words, you take the growth hormone, it could also grow cancer cells.
Yes, that is, people have acknowledged that if you have cancer in your hair, your DNA, then you should not take it.
That to me tips the scale about trying to stay on the natural.
Because we don't fuck with cancer.
I mean, it fucks with us.
Yeah.
And it's going to enough as it is. But invite it? No. It's kind of like lock all your doors and windows at night and put the alarm on. Just don't make it easy for the burglars.
Yeah.
They could get in, but just don't make it easy, So, but I don't know. I'm what'd you say? I'm just not and dying. I was dying a few minutes ago.
I know. Well, I joke.
Whatever I was. So hopefully I have a few more days before that happens. But as of now, that's my theory. Is just don't until they know better. And I'm very skeptical about whatever they know. I mean, not that I'm anti-vax or anything, but I am definitely. Don't sit there in the white coats and say, well, just do what we say, because when have we ever been wrong? You've been wrong a lot.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's what medical science is, failure.
Yeah.
Bezos just had a rocket explode and, okay, that's nobody was on it.
No one was hurt,
You're not going to learn how to get to Mars without some rockets exploding. And yes, people will die, and that's what mankind does. It marches forward as prudently as possible, but there's unless AI, which I think will be killing us all very soon.
Are you skeptical of the?
Yeah.
You're on the pessimistic side of the singularity.
I think there'll be great. Good way to put it. Yeah, I think so in general, because I don't know. It's not.
Why?
Because so many smart people, like the godfather of AI, Jeffrey Hinton, said it had a 10 to 20% extinction possibility, extinction event. Musk was talking about that 15 years ago.
Can you run me through what the extinction process would be? Because I understand people worried about it rendering us irrelevant.
Well, they
why
already
extinction?
In tests, the AI goes to the nuclear war option way more than humans have, which, of course, since 1945, humans have never. So
What does the AI? How does it benefit the AI to exterminate us? I'm actually really curious about this.
Yeah, I don't know if it. Look, I can't answer some of these questions on a technical basis, but basically, you can program. I mean, they're programmed in some way, and they already hallucinate.
Right.
We know that.
So is it
so that's too dangerous? And also, they've run tests, and they could think you should be imprisoned for misgendering.
Sure.
They're not.
So it's perverse instantiation is what you're saying.
If we had created this thing that was like Mr. Spock, always logical and always right, we didn't. We created a version of ourselves. And by the way, an ass-kissing, snotty version.
I know, it is really, I get so annoyed
I don't trust it. I don't like it. And
it's constantly evolving. It's evolving faster than we are. So there's that.
It's besides taking lots of jobs, which will leave us. I don't know what will we do with ourselves when the robots do everything.
Are you worried that are you worried that if we separate human value from human productivity, we're going to find ourselves in deep existential crisis?
I think we're there already.
Yeah? Well, I wonder, so we're there already because we still, culturally haven't decoupled human value from human productivity. But if there was, a cultural acceptance that, your value as a human being was not based upon how much money or how much you could produce, I think, I'm wondering would that be a utopia? Or do you think human beings
that idea is alive in the present, not in everyone, and not in everyone to the same degree. Some to no degree, very selfish people, some to a great degree. People sacrifice themselves and their best interest for others all the time.
Sure.
So it's not like that is totally absent
Mm-hmm.
in the human condition.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, we're never, do I think we're going to get to utopia where everybody, no, we're a selfish species. It's kind of necessary almost to propel forward. People have to, you know, that's why communism is a dismal failure and why capitalism works with all its flaws. It's so much more effective. The jury is in. It's not even close. How many
Right.
more people live better lives, not to mention having to live under you always have to have a dictatorship, really is what a communist country is, because people don't want to live that way. So you have to have a fucking Gestapo to keep them in line so they don't revolt or crawl over the Berlin Wall or try to get out, you know.
Well, so here's just to like prod this because I'm curious about this. So like, you're not a Star Trek fan, right? Are you a
I
Star
love
Trek?
the original.
Okay, the one with the short skirts.
The one with my friend William Shatner.
Right. I heard that you're friends with him. So, which is super dope. I'm a huge Star Trek fan, and I've wondered, like, when we take away like the human need to be productive, what might arise as an expression of our motivation? Could it be exploration? Could it be creativity? Could it be just the simple presence of being, which is completely overlooked by a society that is constantly driven to produce? Like, I think that like
But
production.
how do we eat? But what about eating?
Well, but
Like
if
how do that we produce because we want to eat? You
well,
know.
sure, but if in this like hypothetical situation where human beings are rendered irrelevant, they're irrelevant they're not because like we don't need to eat anymore, but because something else is now taking care of our basic needs. So in that kind of world where we don't need to do the work to get the food, what do we do with our capacity to work?
I don't know. I mean, you're leaping right to we get past this thing where the robots grow the food because they're so brilliant that they can do it without any help, and then they just give us the food, and we don't need jobs because the robots.
I did make a big leap there. Yes, that's true. The transition phase is very awkward. I grant that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is one of my problems with AI. Also, is there's no plan. It's just let's hurtle forward. Just give Sam Altman take the wheel. Wherever we're going, and it's moving so fast.
But it's not going to stop moving fast.
Hopefully, there will be some guardrails. But as long as we're in a war with China, I think both governments recognize at this point that it is possibly in both of our best interests to get this a little bit under control. I mean,
just because of the perverse instantiation, mutual annihilation.
The one that they just Claude just released a program that they announced. They had to say it publicly. They don't think it's safe enough for people to have. They released it just to like 20 or 30 companies. I mean, it's anti-hacking software, but of course, anything that could be turned on its head to do the other.
Sure.
I mean, apparently they thought it was that dangerous just to have this out. So, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm really curious about how this might play out because I think that the unfortunate fact is it's going to play out. Something is going to play out. And you're worried that it's going to be because human beings are constantly vying for this false sense of control over this thing that we're going to annihilate each other in order to try to have a false sense of control over this thing. But do you think that AI might ever bypass humans altogether and like just take control and like take us out of the control out of the equation?
Of course, that's the worry.
But like, but to our detriment is what you're saying.
Yeah, but to not exist, I feel would be to my detriment. Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to. I don't want to be cut out of the equation. I mean, right now.
Do you trust humans?
I trust them more than the robots. Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to stick with my kind. I'm going to dance with who I brung.
Okay.
You know.
Like the ones you know.
This an open air question for you, though?
Me?
Yeah.
It sounds a little bit.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Like I don't trust anybody. So I don't trust humans. I don't trust robots. I mean,
like you'd rather-
trust. I guess maybe one of the things that human beings has to our advantage is we do have some deep instinctual things that bind us to each other. Like we have deeply common goals, like surviving, having kinship relationships. Like these are all things that are ultimately like universal to human beings, unless you're a psychopath. And like maybe the reason why you don't trust the robots is because it's like on a psychological level, a psychopath. It doesn't have any reason to have any emotion and doesn't have any inclination towards kinship, which is ultimately the thing that is preventing us all from murdering each other.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Got it.
That's it. Yeah. And I think it probably is too late.
Yeah, we're fucked, dude.
Already, maybe, but I don't know. I mean, the kids are booing the commencement speakers when they mention AI. So the younger generation is on to the idea that this is not. And
I mean, the younger generation, I think, is on to the idea of their own irrelevancy.
Well, that this is going to make them,
Yeah.
But I would tell them, unlike other causes that different generations had, like ending the Vietnam War or civil rights or climate change, those all involved having to convince the older generations who were in charge, to do something different, get out of Vietnam.
Perspective, yeah.
I think this generation is the AI generation. I think it's in their power. If they're booing at the
they're anti-AI.
Yeah. They see it. I think there are kids who realize that they got burned by the phone, by social media, by growing up on screens. We certainly have.
Yeah, that was a huge mistake.
Certainly have seen enough evidence and, big best-selling books like the one by Jonathan Haidt.
Oh, I love him. He was so great. Like, The Righteous Mind was, like, so influential
for me. Yeah, and very influential about getting places now, schools and so forth around the world, taking the phone away from the kid, at least for school hours.
Yeah.
But it's still a crazy fucking world we live in where the parents are absolutely obsessed that the kid doesn't even walk home alone because, God forbid, he's out without parental supervision for 10 seconds and then go to your room where he has a phone.
Yeah.
And there's a portal to like every fucked up thing in the world.
Yeah.
But you're going to lock him in that room with the phone. I mean, it's just deliciously, if it wasn't so sad and has so many really bad repercussions. So I think that generation, they realize now they got burned on the phone, and now it's like, and now AI.
But are they rebelling against the phone?
There definitely is a part of a youth movement that is rebelling against everything that isn't like it was in the 90s.
People just are like all about the 90s. It's so funny.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, even the iPod, which I have long been a champion of, while many people made fun of me and still use the iPod, even that is making...
You still use the iPod?
Absolutely.
I love that.
And so do a lot of kids. It's making a comeback. And
I get it.
I won't bore you
with... I have a phone at home. So the way that my daughter, who's 4, uses a phone is it's like a cord phone that she can like press a button and call grandma. Like that's how she can use the phone. But it's a physical object that's over there. It doesn't have access to the internet, and it like gives her a sense of autonomy and ability to like access the world, but the world that is relevant to her. Grandma, her, her cousin, that kind of thing. So I do believe you're right that like going back to an analog world where everything isn't immediately accessible and therefore becomes something that we become addicted to, like that's something I'm really concerned about.
So when the kid presses a button, it always goes...
Well, it's
isn't
literally...
grandma getting like a million fucking calls every day?
mean, it's actually funny how bored she gets with it. Like the idea of talking to someone for her, I mean, she's only 4, and like, they're not really real unless they're
Well,
there.
maybe
They're
Grandma could step up her game and come up with some more interesting dialogue, for crying out loud.
fair.
I mean, if she's putting the kid to sleep, or
No,
like the
no,
kid's, she's 4 and she's dodging Grandma. I'm not in.
Well,
Tell her I'm playing.
No, honestly, I think it's just because for her at 4, like, people who aren't physically in the room with her aren't really real. And like, she's hearing their voice, but it's just not the same. And I think that's so interesting. It's like, when does that level of difference start to happen where people who are not in the room with us are more real than the people who are in the room with us? Like, when does that shift happen?
Well, it's happening, and this is what is so frightening, is the amount of change that a human mind, we still have the human mind, can take is somewhat limited. It goes exponentially faster all the time. You know, if you lived from 1,000 to 1900, it kind of looked the same.
Yeah. And all the people
And
were the
then
same.
it just
and
really, and then, I mean, just in my own lifetime, I've seen answering machines after there were none of those, and internet when no one had that, and have that, and obviously cell phones, smartphones, email. I mean,
Have you seen the Britannic sketch about AI and VR and porn? Have you seen that?
no.
Or do you know who Britannic is?
Mm-mm.
Oh, they're like a sketch comedy duo that I love. But like, they have a sketch about how like the AI and the VR just like were fucked. Like, as soon as those combined, like, everyone is just masturbating themselves to death.
Yeah, it is a masturbation economy. When you think about how many ways there are for, young women to basically make a living, OnlyFans and so forth, by making men
Oldest
masturbate.
profession, Bill. It's the oldest profession.
That's prostitution. This is not exactly
I mean, it's akin.
It's akin.
Yeah.
It's akin. It's sex for money. Of course, the definition of prostitution, if like in the dictionary, wouldn't just say about sex first. It broadly means anything you do that you hate doing, but you're doing it just for money. You can
fair.
What's just what's in the dead. You can prostitute yourself in business. You can prostitute yourself in politics. We all prostitute ourselves to a degree because, I mean, I certainly have done things I hated to do because I needed money.
Yeah.
Again,
yeah.
that whole eating thing.
Yeah. Well,
And
what's your stance on sex work?
I'm not going to become one.
Okay. Fair enough. It wasn't my plan either.
No, I'm a libertarian on all those kind of like basic fun things in life, pot, sex. I mean, Amsterdam has that red light district. It seems like a more,
I mean, it's
like
fucking nuanced though, right?
in a town that is just full of hoes. Am I really, is anyone really going to stick up anymore for like prostitution is just the worst thing in the world? You'd be surprised. I mean, it's just, who are all these people on, the dating sites or the pretty girl? And I've never been on a dating site in my life, so
I also
this
haven't.
is not coming from firsthand knowledge, but what people who I know are on say, it's like, what is your job? Like, it's just a lot of model. Everybody's a model.
On dating websites?
This is what I'm told. Like, certainly, like these, upscale. Like, this is what it. These, and I just think maybe. I think there's much more of an LA thing.
Okay.
But really, like a lot of people here just don't work. This is the kind of place where pretty girls, they could get into clubs, people buy them dinner. It's like, so like, your word kin to prostitution, anytime you're doing something that's like less than completely sincere.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, marriages contain elements of prostitution.
Oh, hell yeah, they do.
Really?
I need the sink fixed, so let's...
Yeah.
Let's go there, babe.
Really, that's what marriage is like. I've always figured it was.
I mean,
I always thought it was a lot of horse trading and sex for sink fixing or whatever.
it's a
like-
love language,
It is?
Bill.
Is
It's a
that-
love language.
Wow.
How do you communicate love?
Right. I
Like-
agree.
And
I
some
wouldn't do
people
it.
communicate love by
I-
fixing the sink.
Yeah, I'd leave the sink out of it. But that, again, we don't agree on these things. We're very opposite.
Are
So-
we?
Oh, you haven't noticed that by now?
No.
Oh, wow. You like the kids and I don't. And
That doesn't
yeah,
mean we're opposites.
I think we're opposite.
Really?
Yes.
Tell me how we're opposites.
I mean, we just don't think alike. We think like some big issues we do, like atheism, I think.
Well, are you saying, so think alike means we have similar opinions,
It's
but think
okay.
about things?
I mean, I think everybody thinks about things.
But do they think about things in the same way? Like, how do you approach the thought that, like, how do you approach your ultimate opinion? Like, the higher level of how your brain works need not be, like, I don't think we think differently. We have different
I don't know what
opinions. That doesn't mean, like,
That's thinking differently.
having different opinions is thinking differently?
Of course. Otherwise, we would have the same opinion. Then we would be thinking alike. That's the very definition
Well,
of thinking differently. We
no.
have different
No,
opinions.
so here's where you're wrong, Bill.
I see.
So the way you think is like the way, it's the process, it's the journey. But ultimately, the ultimate conclusion that you come to is based on feelings. So you are
always-
processing feelings.
You always come back to that.
It is.
And I have not argued once because I understand also, even though I'm a man, that yes, feelings matter and feelings rule.
Feelings are the basis of all of our thoughts.
They rule our thoughts, sometimes for good, sometimes for not, often for not. Because again, they're feelings. When people say, I go by my gut, it's like, well, good for you. I go by my brain.
But your
It's a
brain
better
is
organ to
informed
use.
by your gut.
It truly is. And you have to learn to moderate that, I
Yes.
think. And I
But
don't
even
know.
the impulse to moderate it is ultimately a feeling that you sort of train yourself into.
Yeah.
You learn to like mistrust your gut, and that becomes a new feeling that informs your intellectual process.
Yeah, it's like when people say, my heart. Well, obviously we know the heart is not a cognitive organ. They
Function,
really,
yeah.
it's still, but it's not romantic to say, honey, I love you with all my brain.
I actually would love if someone said that to me.
I bet you would. I bet you would.
Yeah. Have you ever
So-
said that to anyone?
What, I love you with all my brain? No,
Yeah.
I just said it now. It is funny, though. I will say it
You should.
in the future.
Who do you love like that?
Oh, somebody.
Somebody. You do.
Yes.
Is it one person or more than
Yes.
one person? Just one?
Well, there's also...
You're like monogamous in your brain love?
That'd be a good name for a rock album.
We should start it.
Or even the band.
Yeah. Monogamous for your brain love.
And what would they call them for short?
Uh,
Nog. You gonna see Nog tonight? Oh. So you're doing stand-up now, right?
I am. Yeah.
Oh, wow. How are you enjoying that?
I'm loving it.
Where you go up? You go up on the Comedy Store and stuff?
Actually, that's where I'm so fucking annoying. So the first time I ever did stand up was as the like surprise guest for Whitney Cummings at her
Oh.
roast at the Comedy Store. So I don't have the typical trajectory of most comedians where they put in their time in
Right.
all of the comedy clubs. I put in my time elsewhere. But it gave me a sense of humor.
Sure.
And I get a lot of satisfaction of being able to like work through all of the absurd insanity that I've lived through and also not necessarily relevant to prison and all of that. Like I have hella prison jokes, but I also have hella mom jokes, just like life jokes. I really
So you
appreciate.
do jokes about the prison.
Oh yeah.
that-
Oh yeah. It
and the whole
deserves to be
thing.
ridiculed.
I agree.
Yeah.
You were unfairly railroaded, I think. It's my estimation, and I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it.
Yeah. Thanks. It is true.
You know, I always think anything that when you weren't there, don't ever tell me anybody knows anything 100%. But I just know what I instinctively feel and know from facts. I mean, I've had Army Hammer here. I love rehabilitating people. You don't need it. You're past it, and I'm glad you are. You should be rehabilitated. You shouldn't have gone through that. And you know, everybody has trials, but boy, yours was a
Literal.
literal and a doozy. I don't think. I mean, I don't know if you ever saw the Oliver Stone movie, or maybe he just wrote it.
What happens in it?
He's this kid, Billy Hayes, I think was his name. I think it was a true story. He and his girlfriend went to Turkey. This is like the late 70s. And he thinks, oh, I can like set us up really well in life if I take back a whole bunch of hash that, you know, you could get in Turkey for probably, you know, you could sell it for 1,000 times. So he straps like a whole bunch of hash to, and he's about to get on the plane. I mean, the tension, it's if you want a tense movie, maybe it's not good for you.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's
a little
about,
too real, yeah.
And then suddenly the lights go on the guards and, you know, on the ground. And then he's in Turkish prison for like 7 years until he had to get out. And,
Only 7?
Yeah. Were you more?
No. I mean, I just in the sense that he strapped like all of that hash. I didn't.
Well, he escaped.
Oh, he escaped from prison?
Yeah, he had to escape.
My
At least in the movie.
Okay.
Yes.
How?
Well, spoiler alert, but it's from 1979, so fuck you.
Yeah.
He something. I know that the guard and guards.
He bribed a guard or something.
No, he got him in the guard used to take him into like a room to like beat him. You know, this is a Turkish prison.
My version was sexual harassment, but continue.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
I mean, whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure. But he pushes the guard against the wall, and the guards, there's a hat rack, and the bulb on the hat rack like kills it. And then he I think figures this is my chance to get.
This is it.
So he puts on the guard's uniform and walks out the front gate and finds his way across the Bosphorus, I guess, to Greece or something. And, you know, that's how the movie ends. I don't know how life ends.
Okay, well, that's not akin to my experience.
Top that, bitch.
Yeah, no, I do not claim to have the biggest sad story. Like, you know, fucking A, man.
And honestly, you're in Italy. I think you were going to get sexually harassed anyway. I'm just saying, the Italian.
Out.
That's just a more.
It's just how you do it.
Yeah. Come on, and we a pinch of the ass. It just means that we like you.
Yeah.
It's
that's actually fair.
It's not fair.
I mean, have you ever been a 20-year-old girl on the streets of Italy?
I have.
Yes.
I have, and I have.
You know.
I feel, you know, sheepish saying it, but my memories are all good. It was so great to be a hot young girl in Italy.
Wait, have you ever been jealous of hot girls?
Yeah, sure.
Really?
Well, jealous, no, but I think people would be realistic if they acknowledged, along with certain other privileges, that in this world, and again, probably more of an LA thing, but not just here, there is such a thing as pretty privilege.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
100% there's pretty privilege. Everybody wants to just be close to and around pretty people. When pretty people like you, it's very validating. So then you do things to please them because it's to make them like you. That's totally true. I do think that there are different kinds of attention. Like, I think one of the mistakes that especially young people make is they think that if they're getting attention, that attention is all the same kind of attention, and it's not.
Oh, no.
But I will say that I've never once been jealous of men. Like, I've never thought, oh, if only I was a man.
Oh, I'm right. I'm not jealous of women. I mean, they've had it rougher. I mean, if I still had the personality I have as a woman.
You'd kill it.
But women in the workplace, very successful.
Sure. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
No, I
it's not,
agree.
and they do better in college now. It's the men who are like both are fucked up in their way, but men are very lost.
Oh, I'm not saying that men
Very
aren't lost.
lost.
And in fact, like, again, I think like testosterone is a hell of a drug that I don't have to deal with.
Yeah.
Like, I feel for that.
And when men get lost, they're dangerous.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
way more than
When
women
women are lost, they're not.
They can be, but like
They're
not like men.
not like
No,
men.
not like I'm telling you. We agree on that one.
Okay.
Lost men are dangerous because they're violent by nature, and when you're a meathead at 20, why do you think we put very young people in the military? We want people who are not going to ask a question. Or, when you say to a soldier, run that way toward where the machine gun fire is coming. If you want to have a successful army, they kind of have to do it.
No, yeah.
That doesn't
100%.
happen at your age or mine. It just doesn't. And so, you think about somebody who is that, shall we say, supple of the mind, and what can be put in
Susceptible, to coercion and indoctrination.
I mean, the latest batch of like batshit killings and crazy shit is just so beyond even a political side. They just believe everything's stupid that anybody puts on the internet. So you can't even say, oh, they're conservative, they're liberal. They're just crazy. They believe some shit out of all of them.
Right, like it's almost like a weird niche thing on its own. It's not even political
nihilism.
at that point.
They just know that their life sucks. It really doesn't, but they grew up very
But they have feelings.
entitled, and they have feelings were indulged too much. So they think life should be perfect, and when it doesn't, they're all in on just like taking people out at their school, and they know they're going to kill themselves. But
But it's for a higher purpose, which is making a statement, which is like standing their ground, which is.
I feel they wouldn't do it if they weren't so convinced their life is so terrible. It's like, could you wait till it gets started? Yeah, we're all miserable in high school. I didn't even expect it to be different.
I think that people feeling bad emotions is an important part of the human experience, right? And being able, an unavoidable, but also an important part of the human experience, because from those bad feelings, you derive meaning and perspective and purpose. And sometimes that can be channeled in a bad way, and sometimes it can be channeled in a good way. In fact, that's one reason why people get indoctrinated towards religion in prison a lot of the time, is because they are at that like really deep, dark place, and they are very susceptible to influence. And the people who have like unlimited influence in prisons are religious figures. Other people have to go, turn themselves inside out to try to like get access, and religious people do not. So like really it's like a captive audience that is very susceptible to indoctrination. So that's why that happens. I'm wondering about the approach of just like get over yourself approach. Like, 'cause I don't know, because like, okay, so here's where I'm going.
Who's saying get over yourself to who?
I don't know. Like I maybe I'm wrong, but I'm getting the kind of vibe from you that you're like, yeah, we all feel shitty, get over it. Is that right?
No, because because it's such such a reductionist. I mean, if we have to speak in forward phrases, yes.
Okay.
But there's so much more to it than that. But yes, I do think kids think they have it way worse than they do, and I think they have been raised wrong. I do think they're too indulged. I do think they are too entitled a lot of the times. A lot of times these kids, you read about their life, and are there fucked up things in it? Yeah, families are very often divorced, broken home, but it's.
I came from a divorced home.
Yeah,
I'm perfectly fine.
That's just the way life is now. Marriages don't stay together like they did when I was a kid.
Yeah, and also marriages staying together doesn't necessarily mean that you're in a non-toxic environment.
And it's a tough thing for a kid to go through, but kids are resilient. And I mean, I was so much less happy when I was a kid.
But do you think that's social media?
There was so much more fear and misery, and I didn't expect it to end until I got to be an adult, and I certainly didn't blame society for it. I was like, well, I can't get laid, and I just masturbate all day long, and that sucks, and so I'm going to take out the school. No, I wanted to learn how to ask a girl out.
Sure.
That would have solved all the problems.
Sure.
But my second response to not being able to do it wasn't, and then get a gun.
Well, so here's a question. Do you think that like a lot of the sort of anger and just rage and grief that people feel as a natural consequence of their brains changing and being fucking awkward in puberty, like all of that, like everything is fucking chaos in your brain. Like, I feel like prior to today, that was really internally directed as self-hatred, which is why you saw a lot of things like cutting and like all that kind of thing. And whereas now we're seeing it being given an outlet that is outwardly directed.
Yeah, I mean, if you mean I'm going to hurt myself or I'm going to hurt you.
Other people, yeah.
And I think that's true. I think we see a lot of it directed. Now, of course, ultimately, if they do kill themselves, I mean, there's two kids, I think, like 18, around 18. Did you see they attacked that mosque?
Oh my God, I'm not in on the news, but I believe you.
And that's okay. I'm just telling you. I know you're not. Yeah, and you immediately you would think, oh, these kids are anti-Muslim. They were, and everything else.
Yeah.
They had a manifesto and it was like everything. The punchline was, of course, of all the people they hate, and it's everybody.
Yeah.
One of the kids is Latino. He hates Latino. They hate racist. I mean, they hate racists, but they are racist.
You know what's the most
they
like...
hate gay. They hate every fucking thing. But at the bottom, it's like, it's the Jews. It's the Jews. They literally say at the bottom, like.
Oh, by the way, also the Jews. Yeah, no, you know what's like, I find manifestos to be just like the saddest and most hilarious thing ever. Like, I know that they're related to like all the tragedies, but like,
right.
Have you ever seen a well-written manifesto?
Yes, the Unabomber.
Oh shit! I'm 18, so I don't know. But like, was he compelling?
Very.
Fuck. That's scary.
I thumb through it every night before bed. No, he was and I think he was an intellect of some kind. I don't know. He certainly was a nut because he went and lived in like
being intellectually coherent doesn't mean that it's like.
No, he had a point to make about society becoming too technologically dependent. I think that's what the point was. Maybe in
oh damn! What
AI?
What would he do today?
It's gonna be like, wow, the Unabomber. We're gonna listen to that motherfucker because what he did was he was sending bombs to but it was so random. It was like the head of United Airlines or something. Like what? So we should ground all the planes?
Yeah.
Because
see, that's where it becomes intellectually incoherent.
But in the manifesto, which was apart from the violent part, like his critique of society and technology did not sound crazy. It wasn't like the scrawlings of a madman. It was like a thesis that probably would have gotten an A+ at Princeton, because it was sort of anti-society, but it was valid, as I recall. I mean, this is, it's been so long since I've been in Supermax with him and all the other criminals. Ever been to Supermax? Ooh, that's a rough one.
Well, I've only been to one prison.
No, but you know what Supermax is.
I mean, I've never been to prison here in the U.S. Talk to me about...
Well, that's the one to go to. Well, thank you. I enjoyed this. I have to do my other interview now.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You have another one after me?
Yes. You know what the thing with this show is?
What?
It's like you do it.
Yeah.
Where you have a guest, and then like a lot of times the guest, like, well, okay, will you do my... And then it's like...
Oh, shit, so you're on the hook.
You're kind of on the hook.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You don't want to be, it's like, well, why? How can I do that to people? Like, well, if you do mine, will I do yours? So...
it sounds a lot like the oldest profession in the world.
It does.
Bill.
I'm such a whore. All right, thank you.
Club Random.
All right, say hi to our mutual friends from
Yeah, of
Utah.
course.
Club Random.